Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joel Oresky, ring announcer for Valour Pro Wrestling, and this is the Aftermath Report. Fans, what an amazing match of wrestling action that we saw here tonight at Valour Pro Wrestling's Hell on Earth. To start off the show, we had newcomer Ryan Vox going up against the epitome of originality, Dustin Bieber. And at the end of the match, Dustin Bieber won with his patented 450 splash. But I can tell you one thing, Ryan Vox did not stand for that, and he will be back with a vengeance. In the second match of the night, we saw the tag team of CM Serini and Twisted Tate, known as Pretty in Pink, against Shatter and Izzy, the mystery team of the New Breed. And this was all over the arena, fans. It ended up in a double disqualification. The referee threw it out. All hell broke loose. Who knows what's going to happen when these two teams get back into the ring with one another. In the next match of the evening, we had the Living Horror Suicide Myers against the one and only Violator. And by the end of this one, fans, we had set up for the next Valour Pro Wrestling show a mask versus mustache. I have never heard of anything like that before, but that's sure to be a one that you don't want to miss. At the end of the match, fans, if you weren't with us that evening, Violator did something that was so disrespectful in the world of professional wrestling. He took off the mask of Suicide Myers, he held it up like the trophy that he thinks it is, and at the next show, fans, it could be gone for good. So sign for the next Valour Pro Wrestling event, a mask versus mustache match. Suicide Myers versus Violator. Ladies and gentlemen, we also saw in action the new Valour Primus champion, the first ever Valour Primus champion, Sexy Psycho Adrian Bliss, in his first title defense against his former friend Tank Torres, who is now a part of the winner's circle with Andy Weinberg. At the conclusion of that match, there was a chair to the face of Tank Torres that caused his demise. What's going to happen when these two men get back in the ring with one another? Will the Valour Primus Championship be on the line? Will Tank Torres reign supreme as the new Valour Primus Champion? We'll have to wait and find out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we saw the sexiest man alive accompanied to the ring, of course by Destiny, against the American All-Star, Eddie Franken. Now, at the beginning of the contest, Eddie Valentine got on the mic and does what he usually does. He says, I'm going to play it fair. I'm going to show you respect. We've seen that before, and we've all seen the tragic conclusion to that. However, at the end of the match, the American All-Star Eddie Franken did end up beating the sexiest man alive, Eddie Valentine, and uncharacteristically, he ended up shaking Eddie Franken's hand and showing him the respect that he did deserve. And I think the fans really appreciated that. Next, in tag team action, we saw the winning circle team of Hot Stuff TJ Mathis and the world's most dangerous arachnid, the Red Scorpion Mark Hazel, in a tag team contest against the Wild Nerds, Goat Boy and Dexter McPoindexter. The winning circle was victorious, some say, because of the distraction at ringside, Dexter McPoindexter's first ever girlfriend, Gertrude Dinkley. Who knows? But I will tell you one thing, WWE Hall of Famer Nikolai Volkov was in the house, and he took offense to the words that Hot Stuff TJ Mathis had said to him earlier in the night, and also what he did to him, and thumbs up for Aiden, showing complete disrespect. And fans, it's been announced that at the next Valour Pro Wrestling event, a 6-man tag team match has been signed as the winner's circle goes up against the Wild Nerds, Dexter McPoindexter and Goat Boy, and WWE Hall of Famer Nikolai Volkov. In the next contest, we saw the native beast Nyla Rose against Officer David Hetfield, one of the most hated men in the Valour Pro Wrestling locker room, that's for sure. By the end of this contest, Officer David Hetfield had taken a chair from ringside, he had taken handcuffs, tried to handcuff and bash the brains in of Nyla Rose until, of all people, the sexiest man alive, Eddie Valentine made the save. So it's been signed, fans, for the first time ever, and possibly all of wrestling, a handcuffs on a pole match featuring the sexiest man alive, Eddie Valentine, and Officer David Hetfield. What in the world is going to happen in that one? And in the main event, fans, we saw a 3-way tag team war as the defending champions King Blackie and Ty Reno DeGunnas defended against the unlikely team of the Valour Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, the urban legend Crass Van Tassel, and of all people, Prodigy PTV, the #1 contender, the man that's been gunning for his belt for so long, and the tag team of Scotty Feelgood and Ian Wildside Cross, known as Motley 2. By the end of this one, fans, all hell had broken loose. There were simultaneous pinfalls from Motley 2 and the Gunnas, and there was no other option but to vacate the Tag Team Championship until the perfect owner himself, Jason Smith, came out and said, you know what? We are going to vacate these Tag Team Championships. However, the two teams that scored the pinfalls tonight are going to fight at the next Valour Pro Wrestling event. So you're going to see, for the vacant Tag Team Championship, Motley 2 and the Gunnas in a ladder match. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Oresky for the Aftermath Report.